These are Jury of Your Fears and You Can't Do This Forever, the season finale of Inanimate Insanity Invitational. That's right, for the first time since season 1, they are finally going to crown a new winner for Inanimate Insanity. For the past almost 3 years, 18 contestants have been selected to compete on an island called Paradise, where one of them will win a grand prize. Don't think about too much, it's just the grand prize. MePhone brought in 9 favorites and 9 fans, well, voluntary fans, and after going through the teams, challenges, and elimination ceremonies, 15 contestants have been kicked out of the game and punched through the sky. Fan, Life Ring, OJ, Box, Tea Kettle, Clover, Goo, Test 2, The Floor, Paintbrush, Candle, Bot, Yin Yang, Blueberry, and Nickel. And then there were 3, Balloon, Cabby, and Silver Spoon. They all made it this far, but only one of them can win the grand prize on the Inanimate Insanity Invitational. But first, let's discuss on how far they come. Season 3 was by far Balloon's best performance out of all the seasons he ever competed. He was a bad leader and very mean back in Season 1. He tried so hard to start things over and got through so much pressure in Season 2. But in Season 3, he finally got to play the game his way without some sort of freaky or mean-spirited persona or going through any sort of pressure. However, Season 3 was still not easy for him. He had to eliminate many of his fellow sinkers in favor of Nickel, where he formed a final 2 alliance with him. However, his relationship with Nickel hasn't been that easy between their past life and especially Nickel's paranoia over Clover's luck. But after going through the trials and tribulations, Nickel and Balloon finally make amends with each other, and now they're finally becoming friends. And this time, Nickel has been full support on Balloon actually winning Inanimate Insanity Season 3. Cabby seems like a smart player since she relies so much on her files, but they are considered both a strength and a weakness to her. The strength comes from that she knows on how well the other contestants are going to play the game. However, her weakness comes from how she uses them, like how she's rigid them and how she addresses their flaws, especially with those like with Fan, Test 2, Paintbrush, Bot, Silver Spoon, and others. Which is why Test 2 decided to blindside Cabby before things get way too chaotic. But lucky for her, she got another chance when she completed the first ever rejoin challenge, and her first order to business is not to do better, but be better as a person. But we learned the actual truth that the reason why she's writing everyone's information down is not simply because of research and facts and stuff. She just wants to remember everyone and how to communicate with them. But in the end, she did end up making some good friends after all with Yin Yang and especially Bot, and thanks to those friendships, she learns how to use her research responsibly and show everyone that she really is a good person. And last but not least, Silver Spoon. Out of all the characters on the Inanimate Insanity Invitational, he seems to be the least respected person you think would actually made this far. Some could argue that he's the least popular amongst the cast and seemed like an easy target to get rid of, like Trophy. But Silver Spoon proved the viewers and the contestants wrong because he played a very manipulative gameplay. In the episode The Overthinkers, he used the viewers vote to take down the former winner of Inanimate Insanity, OJ. He also played every side with everyone, from the Thinkers to the Loony Balloonies. The only person he considered as an ally and best friend is Candle. Whenever he hangs out with Candle, she inspires him to find his own inner flame, and in the last few episodes before the finale, he's getting very closer to unlocking it. And with this power, he sees it as an advantage to take down Balloon and Cabby and to persuade the jury to vote for him as the new winner of the Inanimate Insanity. And that's where this 2-part finale comes in. For their final challenge, they had to persuade the jury to vote for one of them as the new winner of Inanimate Insanity Invitational. Those who already lost will ask them a series of questions as much as they like to help them decide the winner. But MePhone has other ideas in mind. He decided that there won't be a winner until the jury reach a unanimous vote. However, as you would expect, no one would ever reach a unanimous decision because everyone was pretty much all over the place. Nickel still wants to support Balloon as the winner of Inanimate Insanity. Bot wants to root for Cabby after she saved their life from Springy. And Blueberry simply wants to vote for Silver Spoon because of his new gold powers. However, what's really interesting about Silver Spoon and his gold power is that Candle would not vote for him because of that. The way that she sees this, Silver Spoon seems to misuse it and play it like some sort of toy. And the inner flame is not really a toy. It can be pretty unpredictable on how to control it. But there are some good things to remember from the finale, like Fan finally introduced himself to Bot, but I bet we all figure out on why Mifune is forcing the jury to reach a unanimous decision. He's trying to make the season run much longer than it should, just so he can have the perfect season, the perfect ending, and especially make the perfect prize. Yep, they finally answered the question, what is the grand prize for Inanimate Insanity Invitational? Well, I can tell you right now, it's nothing. Mifune doesn't have a cash prize for anyone, not even a prize period. Because it's revealed no one really gave him funding for a cash prize. He's just using Season 3 as a way to escape Season 2 after the Sea Cop fiasco. Even if the jury did reach a unanimous decision, he did make a backup plan for the backup plan by forcing everyone to compete again for Season 4 so that everything would last forever. I will admit, I was suspicious about Season 3 about not having a prize, but I didn't expect Mifune to have planned on extending Season 3 into a Season 4. But that's not the only bomb drop in the season finale, because near the end of Part 1 and for the rest of Part 2, many of the contestants and Mifune were under attack by Walkie Talkie, Springy, and the other side characters from Season 3, including robot replicas of the final 3, the inanimate Sprinkles, Zoetrope, Dr. Fizz, Grosker, Tyler Bombard, the camera paparazzis, and even Bodhi. So the Uninvitational community wants revenge on Mifune and how he treated and abandoned them by taking over the show and using the animation machine to make more episodes to make the show last forever and replace everyone with toy replicas from Springy. And they really planned everything up ahead by locking the jury, setting Mifune on Do Not Disturb mode, and make Clover go on a wild goose chase or butterfly chase. However, Candle was really this close on saving the day, but Silver Spoon interfered on trying to help Candle with his inner flame, but his inner flame was way too out of control, and his inner flame punched Candle unconscious simply because she still refused to vote for Silver Spoon, even though they're in the middle of a fight. But I'm not going to lie though, the way that Silver Spoon punched Candle's candle, that punch was really deadly, even though she was unconscious for a while. So now, in Part 2, Mifune's life lies in the hands of the final 3, and Part 2 of the challenge is to persuade the Uninvitational community to vote for mercy on Mifune. If he receives the most mercy votes from the Uninvitational community, he will be spared, but if he doesn't, he will be killed or melted into the volcano. I find it pretty ironic for a season that's all about second chances. Part 2 is basically a second chance on the jury vote, where the final 3 are trying to persuade the jury using their social game. And out of everyone, Cabby seems to have the best social game against the Uninvitational committee by using her reverse psychology. When she knows that the committee are planning to kill Mifune, she knows that Dr. Fizz, the Grosker, and Zoetrope would never to agree with this idea. It will be against their reputation. Dr. Fizz is of course a doctor. He wants to help people, not hurt or kill people. Groskers want to set a good example for the award show, and as for Zoetrope, well, he doesn't want his video to be taken down or get demonetized. He is voiced by Saber Spark after all, but he even made a reference to his own YouTube channel with the What Ruined series. But there is one unforgettable moment from one of the members, and that is Springy. When Cabby talks to them, she doesn't regret pushing them into the floor because she did that to save her friend, Bot. She didn't like how Springy was treating Bot as some sort of toy, so she had to stand up for them by saving their lives and letting Bot be themselves. And again, where most community is coming from, Mifune does deserve some sort of punishment, but not enough to kill him or anything. Just have him at least fix some of the damages that he caused and work on the prize issue on Season 3. But we actually get a small cameo from Mifune 4S where he should be thankful that everyone is here to help and protect him because his show has done good things for everyone. And Mifune showed everyone that he really is a good person. When one of the members of the Uninvitational community got killed in the volcano, Mifune used his computer power to recover them. That was Part 1, and now the Uninvitational community has finally made amends with Mifune, especially Walkie Talkie. Now for Part 2 of his arc, he has admitted to himself that he can't do Season 3 forever, just as Bullet Point Pen pointed out. But he did make a promise on working on the prize for Season 3 by collaborating with the winner. Part 3, no unanimous vote for the final ceremony. Let the jury members vote who do they want to win. Now, even though these are the last 2 episodes of Season 3, and I have watched both of them, I'm still not going to spoil who ended up winning on Season 3 just in case. Just because I know who won doesn't mean everyone else does. And the way that the votes actually played out, I was actually surprised on who actually won this season, and I was cool with it. Now, the person that I was rooting for in the final 3 was really this close to winning. But even after all of that, I was still okay on who ended up becoming the real winner at the end based on their journey. Which brings me to part 4 of Miphone's redemption arc. Miphone is going back to Season 2 to finish what he started. After running from the past and Steve Hobbs for the past 3 years, he has decided to complete Season 2. But for now, Season 3 has finally come to a close, and it was a great season with an epic finale. I want to congratulate Animation Epic for what they achieved, and thank you so much for the awesome adventures of our favorite Inanimate Insanity contestants. And thank you all for watching the Inanimate Insanity Invitational vlog. It was actually a lot of fun talking about these episodes with all the challenges, the characters, and their story arcs. While the future of Inanimate Insanity after Season 2 still remains a mystery, there's still lots of things from the show that are worth talking about. But until next time, I'm Matt Harpatrick, and these have been the vlogs for Inanimate Insanity Invitational.